Hi everyone, welcome to Amaranth. These are general messages for the collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placement. Let's get into it. So the first card for today you have Capricorn is number 26, and it says forgiveness. Further, it says hurts block our light. Yeah, it's a little bit of a darker energy, even though there's light rays all over. But it's these light rays are coming through, and if you see, they are dissolving the thorny vines. So, and dissolution is equivalent to releasing, of letting go. Light is indicative of clarity, of wisdom, of illumination. So I feel that this is an opportunity, Capricorn, for you to just dissolve those grudges, those resentments, so that your inner light, your inner you can shine. I feel that you might be feeling a little bit restless, but whatever has caused this negative situation or this negative sentiment in you, if you use this opportunity to let it go, to heal yourself, to liberate yourself from overthinking things, from feeling negatively, from that burdened heart, I feel you'll feel so much freer. So don't hold on to any resentments. I feel that there's gonna be a stellium in your sign, Capricorn. There's gonna be I feels from what I remember, Sun is gonna be there. Sun with Venus and Mars in your sign, so there is gonna be a stellium. So very powerful energy out here for you. So I feel that let your be flexible a little bit. It will take some effort. It's not easy to be flexible. It's not easy to release hurt. But if you if you keep holding on to that, then not only is it going to stop you from moving on, moving further, doing your thing, living at peace, everything, every work kind of comes to a stop because we're constantly working with a heavy heart. So, this is an opportunity God's and universe sends so that you're able to write your hurts, write it out on paper and um, kind of dissolve it in a bucket of water. Or you can just release that, release it, like make a paper plane out of it and just let that thing go. Or just kind of, tear it away and give it to the universe. Whatever you need to do to release that pain and give it back to the universe. So an opportunity is here for you to heal it. And the thing about this uncomfortable truth or the hurt that has been caused to you is something that you are. I feel this might be a situation which will, which will make things more clearer to you. Maybe you were missing facts. Maybe you forgot to, not forgot, I would say. Maybe you were not aware of what's going on around you. Maybe you didn't pick up the subtle hints. It could happen in any ways. Sometimes overlooking things and foresight also can, kind of cause hurts in unexpected ways. But here, this situation, this experience is gonna help you to come out stronger on the other side. And when you come out stronger on the other side after processing these emotions, it builds an unseen emotional resilience inside of us that makes us really, really strong to handle any such situation in the future. So don't miss out on this opportunity to forgive yourself and, the situation and everybody involved. I would say go by the water. You dip your feet in the water, put some salts. If you like, those bead streamers, you can use some bathing streamers in the shower. It's called shower streamers, I believe. So you can use those shower streamers. They're made of essential oils. You can use them while you're showering as well, and that also really, helps with the healing process. The water washes away, and the essential oils in that, it's really impactful. So try those shower streamers. So, allow the water to cleanse your any emotional baggage or any emotional hurts. Now, this energy, after you heal, after you work on healing, might help you to, focus on those connections again, to rebuild, to mend, to reconnect with those people. Otherwise, you will feel isolated. If you're not able to use this opportunity to cleanse and to release the hurts, you will kind of create the distance and feel isolated later in time. So, for your own emotional security, it's a good idea to, work on your own healing, because nobody else outside of us cares about how we're feeling, how much we're hurt, and how we process our emotions. Nobody cares. If they cared enough, they wouldn't have done things or said things the way they did. So, um, leaving that aside, I think we have to focus on ourselves right now. Yeah, so do whatever it takes to heal, whether it's speaking to counselors, online, offline, speaking to your inner circle, the trusted friends, your family, whatever needs to be done, but an opportunity or two is available for you. Now, some of you, you might be into even, I would say, some kind of a legacy. Maybe you've been hurt because of a legacy or estate planning or something like that. It could be around that as well, around some kind of finances, financial planning, or legacy or estates or inheritance or something in regards to your family finances. Also could be a little bit disturbing or hurting you at this point in time. Now, if this is not your energy, Capricorn, this can also be the energy of the community around you, or these energies could be working out at a bigger level, at a global level. So you might hear about a lot of programs, that are initiated by either private NGOs or governments in order to help people, come back to get to support them. Or you might be hearing of, people coming forward and, working on peace talks or trying to, forgive. Even within the city level or country level, you might be hearing some talks of peacemaking, forgiveness, coming together, reconciling. You might be hearing reconciling events going on around you, in the sense that people, that were not talking to each other might come back together, maybe at your neighborhood, maybe in your family. Maybe they were in a disagreement, maybe they were not speaking, or there was a temporary break. Now you'll probably hear news that people are coming together, they're trying to talk, they're trying to mend, distances, they're trying to forgive, and or this could be people attending some kind of a spiritual event that focuses on mindsets and mindfulness and forgiveness even. So you will see that, where people were protesting, being divided, now you will see and hear events that people are coming together. They're trying to stick together. They're trying to unite. So this energy is very potent for that. Now, for those of you know, or those of you don't know, Italy has its own forgiveness festival, it's called Perdonanza Celestina. And it's actually very popular. It's recognized by the UNESCO, and I think it was started and inspired by Pope Celestine, if I'm not wrong. So it's a very nice ritual. That's how I feel. It's very historical, and there is a bull of forgiveness out there, which stands for peace, which stands for unity, and I really appreciate that gesture, because it is an act, a chance for people to reconcile with their past and other people that they've fallen out with. So you might have some similar events, peace talks going on around you as well, Capricorn. Now, some of you might even be hearing, or you might be dealing with some kind of financial disputes or property disputes, real estate disputes, and things alike. So I feel that those issues, if you were embroiled in some kind of a dispute in regards to land, property, real estate, finances, I think that will be resolved in a very beautiful manner, in a very graceful manner. Further, here it says, release the shadows, your light awaits, a forgiveness is gentle flow. Yeah, so it's a good time to release those burdens if you've been holding on to it, Capricorn. And I feel that all of us, in general, I feel when we are mindful, when we're compassionate, and we kind of take that first step to apologizing, even if it might not be our fault, or, over minor arguments, people just break up and, take it too far over minor things, minor arguments. So I feel that if we can lead with our heart, take the high road, and kind of take the first step towards creating peace and harmony in relationships. I think that makes us the bigger person. So I feel that some of you will be in that spirit as well. It does take a little bit of effort. It takes being vulnerable, but I think Capricorn, you can easily do that. The next card you have, Capricorn, is a tarantula. And if you look at the picture, there is a huge tarantula, there is a huge spider, a little hairy spider, little creepy spider as well. And there's a lot of red and yellow out here. So there is something mysterious about this spider out here is what I'm picking up. With spiders are known to weave webs, and of course they are crafty, they know how to weave. They're relentless, they're constantly at it. So I feel that this is the same thing. It's like you're weaving your life, you're weaving things, you're manifesting things, you are creating what the life that you want, and you're at it, you're weaving. I feel that this is a time where a lot of you, Capricorn, will be able to transmute any difficult energies and turn them into opportunities, is what I'm picking up on this. So if you are fearful about something, I feel that you will be able to pick up that fear, look at it in the eye, and then transmute that fearful energy into your strength, whatever that fear would be. Whether it's, like for an example, if you're scared of speaking on the stage, I feel that you will take some classes, master that, and you'll go and, you'll be there on the stage. So this is that good opportunity, because I do feel that this is going to lead to a lot of growth, especially if you're able to fix all your, your insecurities, whatever you're fearful about, whatever you feel you're lacking. This is the time where you can actually focus on the growth and overcoming those challenges. So this is a powerful transformation that's happening for you. Now, the only caveat with this energy is to of burnout. There's a lot of redness here in this card. There's a lot of yellow. I feel that, redness is because of the Martian element, the Mars, the vitality, the life force, the energy that you're putting into this, the passion that you have for something that you're creating. And I do feel that, this is like, when we look at spiders, they're just relentless. They constantly keep going, they don't rest. I've not seen a spider that's relaxing and they're just constantly is weaving that web. So I feel that, be mindful that you're constantly going and doing things and not taking the required break. So yeah, you will be productive, but you will be burnt out as well, because Tarantula has a little bit of a workaholic energy. So don't burn out and don't exhaust yourself to the point that, that impacts your health. Because, like they say, that a spider spins a web that it cannot escape. So be mindful of that. But nevertheless, this is like, very creative, very purposeful energy that you're creating, like something very meaningful, something that will go the distance, something which is very sustainable. So just don't, they all work and no play. You know what happens to that. So don't be that Capricorn. Because, the work that we do, the energy that we put into our work, it actually should make us happy. It should be fulfilling to us, to our soul, and not drain us away from our prana, the life force. So it should not be draining to us. So that's when the creation really makes sense. That's when it becomes a joy to us. So don't be trapped in it, but at the same time, keep working at it, do whatever you need to do, but rest up, take periodic breaks, and enjoy, periodic time offs without feeling guilty. So I do see you guys will be very focused, very committed to whatever you are doing. Just stay balanced in your approach with the work that you are creating and producing. Also, sometimes because there is so much redness, I feel that, you have a lot of passion, but at the same time, you need to ask that, why are you so obsessed with work if that's your story? Or if this is not your story, then it might be somebody around you who's so obsessed with work and output and productivity. Because somewhere in the back of our minds, we have like, if we're productive, then we have a value add to the world, but that's not the case. You are the value add. Your presence is the value add, not the output that you provide all the time. So I feel that we are working hard, and working good is very important, but working smart is also important, and being flexible also is very important. Taking breaks, being balanced is also equally important, so that uh, you don't feel like this work has suffocated you or chopped you in some way. Now, I also feel that if there is any other original way of speeding things up and making things more streamlined, then those are things that also you need to be aware of and explore and try to put that to use as well, so that you are able to delegate, you're able to get the work done faster. So if there is some thing that you need to learn to speed up your work and to streamline it, then go for that as well. Don't ignore that. Also, you know, exoskeleton turn into other exoskeleton, so they merge to grow. They have to shed their skin, or the fur, whatever that is. So I do feel that yeah, it's a shedding ritual, just like the snakes, right? They shed their skin. So the same with the tarantulas as well. They have to merge in order to grow. So I feel that releasing old habits is something that also this tarantula is encouraging you to do it. And I feel that you can there is a spider deity, Anansi. So you can, look that up if you wish to, and you can also meditate on those energies, so as to keep you to keep more flat, to keep you, to bring in more ideas, more insights into what can be left behind, what you can shed as an old habit that's not working for you. Our habits are the one that creates our destiny, our future. Some things are fated, of course, which we cannot avoid, but we have the free will to create and shape the life that we want. And sometimes our habits get in the way. So I feel that if you meditate on Anansi spirit, that might give you some insights into what's kind of holding you back, or what is a habit that you need to shed in order to experience exponential growth. But in general, this is a good energy to have, because it'll keep you consistent with the work that you're doing. It'll help you to not put corners, to put in the right kind of work, to be patient with the process, to be patient with the work that you're doing, to build solid foundations. This tarantula energy is very good for building solid foundations that stand the test of time. The only thing is with this energy is that you need to be flexible. You need to be adaptable. Because otherwise, if you're too rigid in your ways, Capricorn, you might feel a little bit of stuckness, So be flexible, flow with the times, go with the flow, and you see that you will be able to produce way much more than you had imagined. Now, if this is not your energy, Capricorn, it could be working around you. Where people are working on projects, they have to plan a lot, or maybe you'll hear news around your community, neighborhood, or in your family, extended family, where people are planning for something. There's a lot of detailed planning. They're paying attention to details, so you might hear about that. This could be you as well. Or you might hear people are going for some kind of strength training or endurance training. There's a lot of boot camps that are available these days to build strength and endurance. You might hear of people joining that in order to strengthen their core or strengthen their body. Even rock climbing, you might be interested in that, or you might see people that are interested in climbing up the mountains or rock climbing, so that they build on their stamina and endurance. Now, movie buffs, watch the Charlotte's Web. Charlotte's Web is a great movie. It's it's an amazing movie, and it'll teach you a thing or two. I'm pretty sure you'll pick up a thing or two. And I love that movie. I saw it 3 times. Charlotte's Web is your go-to for this energy. And listen to the song by Jim Stafford. You'll love it. It's called Spiders and Snakes. And it's just, that pay attention to the lyrics. It's all about mystery and a little bit of passion that comes with this energy. So listen to that song if you're interested in. It's called Spiders and Snakes by Jim Stafford. Now, some of you might be working with tarantulas or spiders, like I'm getting a lot of preservation, conservation energies for endangered species or certain types of spiders and tarantulas. So some of you might be working towards that, or you might be, who knows, you might be even ordering a treatment for tarantulas if there's too many that you're seeing around you. Or this is something that you might be encountering, just be mindful in your house if you see one, just to read up on how to deal with one. So you might be into some kind of environmental activity that has something to do with spiders as well. Now, I'm also picking up an energy where of entanglement, it's like getting stuck in a web. So some of you might be getting stuck in, be mindful like where you're going at. Maybe you'll have some spiders in your leg or something like that while you're walking. It could happen. This can also be that, maybe you're weaving or maybe you're praying something with thread and the thread gets entangled. So for some of you, it could be that as well. Or this could generally be some kind of Spider-Man themes that you're bringing home or your kids are exploring at this point in time. So Spider-Man comes through really strong with this energy. Now, if that's not the case, there is one more thing that comes to mind, and I really want to point that out, is about, the webs that people leave, like especially in the defense, that it's either military or any kind of army. You might be working on some kind of strategies to, for the opponents to, as a defense, some kind of a trap or something like that. Maybe it's a trap, or you could be fishing. You try to lay trap for the fish or something like that. But something about opponents or enemies or some kind of trapping. Yeah, it could be for fishing traps and things like that. So some of you could be in that energy as well. So I do see a lot of Capricorns. You will be very focused to doing your things. And of course, a little bit cautious energy, of course. Who wouldn't be cautious with this huge tarantula energy out here? So a little bit of a cautious energy, I do see you. It's just that be mindful that, cautious. I feel that you'll be cautious with the people as well. When you talk to them, you're more like calculated in your talks and not vulnerable and open. So just be mindful, because if you're too cautious, if you're too pulled back, it might lead to some kind of a burning of bridges. So just caution, word of caution out there in that area. And in the bottom over here, it says, leave your destiny with patience. Threads embrace the spider's wisdom, and the shadows become silk. The next card you have, Capricorn, is the Ace of Swords. This is the, the air suit. You're the Earther element 10th house, collective 10th house energies, but Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. If you see the picture, there is this astronaut that is, trying to touch the moon, I think. I feel it's a clear sky, and I think that's the moon. And he's attached with a umbilical cord to the earth. So, reaching beyond horizons, I feel that you're just breaking boundaries out here, Capricorn. There is some kind of a breakthrough moment for you, some kind of a breaking of the barriers even. I feel that you have the information, or you will have it, some aha moments, some data, some facts, some information will come through which will just, give you that aha moment, and of wham, you have a breakthrough out here. Now, Ace of Swords is the clarity that allows you to make those decisions, allows you to put things in perspective, allows you to move forward, good ideas, good insights, problem-solving abilities are heightened right now. You might find solutions to problems. But whatever is happening, whatever was stored because of lack of ideas, now it's going to push forward. And like I said, there's a stellium happening. So there is pressure building on you. And I do see that, you're enjoying it, I feel, because, Capricorn is the mountain goat. You're all about ambition and achievements and productivity. So I feel that you will be able to take on the pressure. And the only caveat with this energy is that if you, this kind of pressure that is put, of course, it will, it will make you stronger. It will make you more resilient. Pressure creates diamonds. I say pressure creates diamonds. So this kind of pressure, yes, you will be a diamond. You are already a shining diamond, Capricorn, if you didn't know that. But I feel that, this pressure might make you act up in different ways, which might not be appreciated by, especially if you're in the workplace. If this situation is about work, then, or even at home, I would say, if you're too stuck up in your thoughts, if you're too rigid in your thinking, then you might be burning bridges. So I feel that be very gentle in your communication. Don't use sharp words, because Eves of Swords can also speak to can also mean sharpness in communication. So don't use sharp or blunt words and tones and actions. Don't say things. Don't criticize people. Don't say negative things about your peers or whatever. Like, don't be dismissive of their ideas, because I feel if you in the pressure, which is mounting up, which is building up around you, you might end up saying or doing things, and which you might have to kind of stay away, or move away from that person, or move away from a set of people, a group of colleagues, and then you will miss out on opportunities for collaboration. So don't so use this clarity that you have, in a very gentle and for a positive reason, I would say, to kind of remove any kind of confusion, to clear the air and things like that, is when this Ace of Swords should be wielded. So don't be blunt, and don't cut yourself off from other people. I feel that you might be, planning things, strategizing things. Maybe it's a business that you're planning. Maybe it's for your own, if you're working in a corporate or even at home, you could be planning anything. Maybe you have a business at home. But I do feel that you are in the planning, writing down, owning it on your skills, and, collecting data. You have a lot of decisions that you might need to make, especially if you are in a high-profile position at work. Some of you might also be getting interested in some kind of puzzles. I feel that mini solving puzzles, or actually working on puzzles or something like that as well, is what I pick up from this. Now we see this all the time about how truth spoken can or solve disputes, can resolve issues, helps to bridge the gaps, and helps to reconcile, helps to find the peace and harmony back again. It's the truth, it's the clarity. So I do feel that you will be having that. But this is also an important time for research work. So some of you might be into research, kind of filing for some patents, or you might hear a lot of people around you in your family or in your workplace, or in your city. You might be hearing a lot about people filing for patents. You might be even hearing of slashing things, like, this price has been slashed, or there is some kind of deal because everything must go. So you might be hearing some kind of these sharp deals, to cut through the inventory, to cut through, whatever it is. So you might hear a lot of, deals where prices are slashed and things like that. Some of you might be into astronomy, or you might be into space. You might be breaking through. You might be having some major inventions, forward movement in regards to the space research. You might be in one of those space companies. This might also be shortening your own knowledge, your own sword. You might be learning some things. You might be strategizing. You might be going back to school and learning a thing or two that helps you perform better, that helps you solve problems, or take your project or work to the next level. For some of you, this could be, you could see an improvement in, the issues being resolved. Maybe you had some problem with maybe it's an official problem, or maybe it's something related to the project. It could be anything. But I do feel that if there were issues that were stuck and causing stagnancy, they will be resolved soon. This is also about using the correct words to communicate what you have been feeling and what is it that you exactly want. So speak clearly, don't beat around the bush, use correct words so that people understand where you're coming from. Also, I do feel that some of you might be into organization, filing papers, writing things down, or just organizing things in general to make it more easier and efficient for you at a professional or personal level. And like I said, just be mindful of how you see things, because you, this energy might make you say things really fast, and you might sound blunt, or you might sound a little bit rude. So just be careful of that. But otherwise, I feel that this is a good energy, because once we have the facts, we make good decisions, then we trust in ourselves and our, ability to make sound decisions. So it will give you that confidence that you can make good decisions. I also feel that you will be very focused. We already saw that with that tarantula. A lot of focus energy. So you're focused on something, working hard on something. Okay, so further down it says, wield your inner sword wisely. Truth cuts paths to humanist victories. And the last card, Petri Capricorn, you have the card, a message from the cosmos, and it says, stop caring about what they think. This is your life to love and live. Once again, it says, stop caring about what they think. This is your life to love and live. It always has been, it always will be. So I do feel that you're in a mindset where you don't care, and you're feeling free, like, I don't care what people say about me. You can judge all you want, but I don't care. And I tell you, this is the true spirit. This is the true spirit of freedom, where you are releasing any need for external validations. You don't, really bother about what people's opinions about you are. You are who you are, and you're unapologetically you. And you're expressing yourself to the core, and not bothering about what people are thinking or saying about you. So this is Confidence 101 here, Capricorn, and I feel that this is empowering you to stand up for who you are, being authentic. You don't have to put on a mask. You don't have to fake it. You can make the choices that make you, that make you happy, that fulfill you, and this will, keep you lighter, feeling lighter. And I feel that first energy, when you started with, where you're feeling hurt, I feel that you will soon be able to unburden yourself. So this is like a good energy. You're feeling strong. You're feeling empowered. And I tell you that stellium in your sign is going to work wonders. But I tell you that, the caveat with this energy is, especially with the stellium energy that's coming up, yes, you're going to be able to release the hurts, but at the same time, while you're doing that, and until you finally feel confident, there will be bouts where you feel like you're second-guessing yourself, where you want to just, run away from people, or you want to run away from social commitments, you want to run away from any kind of criticism, and in fear of that, you might be hurting yourself by isolating yourself, or, not communicating with the people that you need to. You might not be responding back to the messages as much as you had wanted to, or in the way that you had wanted to. You might even kind of skip on social events because, you're still in the process of releasing the hurts. That's the first card we started out with. But I feel that, eventually you will be able to release those hurts, and in the next few days, you will feel so confident that you wouldn't care about what people are saying. And this is great. I would say that things take time, but eventually this is where you're going to land up in the next week or so. Also, another thing, be mindful that, you don't go it all solo until you are able to release those hurts and things like that, because it's a process. Releasing is a process. It takes time. For some, it happens in a day. I mean, you are lucky if it happens in a day, but for some, it takes a few days. It might even take a few weeks, who knows. But while you're at it, while you're in the process of releasing, you might feel that you want to be on your own. You want to do things alone. You don't want to be part of a team. You don't like part of a group. You're more focusing on your ambitions, your goals, your routine, your thing. So you might get self-centered. You might feel that you're isolating yourself, and you're doing things, whatever you want to do. Sometimes, people end up making bold choices, bold decisions, because they feel they don't need approval for anything from their family or whatever, It's like that kind of attitude. So be mindful that it doesn't swing onto the negative side of this energetic spectrum, that you're not caring about what people say, and you're kind of doing reckless things. You're kind of breaking norms. You are defying the the customs or trends and being reckless. So that's a negative side. And the downside of the spectrum of feeling independent is that not caring about other people is like you choose to do whatever you want to do, even if it might not be that great for yourself as well. Now, there is a song there I would love for you to hear if you want to. If you're interested, you can hear the song from by Journey. And the song is Don't Stop Believing. You know, and that song is beautiful. Listen to the lyrics. I love the lyrics, and I think you will pick up a thing or two in regards to this energy. But here you are, you know, on your way to becoming your strong, resilient Capricorn self. So have faith in yourself. You know, having trusting yourself and knowing your self-worth is the first most important step in this journey. So, you know, you can also watch Pursuit of Happiness. Watch Chris the Gardener. He's the embodiment of this, you know, how much he believes in himself. So you will pick up a thing or two from that as well. Pursuit of Happiness. Now, if this is not your energy, Capricorn, you might see people around you are bold. They're taking bold decisions. They are doing things even if the family is kind of, you know, opposing it. You know, so things like that might be going on around you as well. You might be hearing at a political level or the sports level where people are just, you know, they don't care about the backers. They're doing whatever they want to do. They're standing up for themselves. They are creating things or saying things that, you know, you would have never expected for people to say, that they're being a little bit of a rebel. So you might even see these energies play out in that way around you. Now, again, like I said, you know, beware of the negative side of the spectrum, because when we stop caring, we stop even bothering about what we look like when we step out of the house, you know. So, I mean, this energy doesn't mean you kind of wear, you know, mismatched socks out on parties and things like that. So be mindful of how you're dressing up and, you know, your hairdo and things like that. Yeah, not being bothered is one thing, but then, you know, we cannot be reckless with our choices and how we present ourselves. Now, some of you might even be a little bit bored at this point in time. You might be investing in things and situations, or maybe funds and stocks and properties that people are a little bit confused and, you know, doubtful about. Maybe you're investing into things and places where people are skeptical about it. So just be mindful of that. Or some of you might be just, you know, gulping down so many dozens of coffee or so many glasses of, or so many, you know, bottles of soda, and, you know, you're like, I don't care what people are saying. So just be mindful of that kind of reckless thing too. But yeah, on the whole, this is a good energy, you know, where you're self-assured, you know your self-worth, you're confident. And it's good in the sense that you won't be anxious when you have to make big decisions. You can trust your judgment. Also, when you have to, you know, delegate work, you will be more assertive with your actions, with your words. You know, you're not going to fumble, you're not going to tremble before allocating work, before making bold choices and decisions for yourself or for your family. So it's a good in one way. Just you need to balance it out with being too rigid or too go it alone, or to be an alone warrior. So just be mindful of that. Further on here, it says, release the gaze of others. Your cosmic essence shines brightest in fearless truth. You have great energy out here, Capricorn. So those were your messages, and hope you enjoyed them. So thank you guys for joining. Please subscribe and hit the like if you enjoyed the content, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye for now.